I will be discussing this guy right here with the purple hat, suit. It looks like Barney, right? That's Qaddafi, the leader of Libya. Little background information: Qaddafi was born in 1942 in a small little desert region in Libya. Yes, sir. He was born into a peasant family, very poor. Graduated from the military academy. Also graduated from Libya, the University of Libya. Qaddafi, at a young age, liked power. Power, power, power. Some of his friends, his militants, they formed this secret group to overcome the monarchy that Libya had at that time. Qaddafi, throughout his 40 years of leading Libya and running Libya, he's been known to support many international terrorist attacks. So, the next slide that we'll see are just a few of the attacks that he participated in. I'll step back so everyone can see and take time to look at them. The two on the top left and the top right corner. Those are people. All these are people who died. Those are bodies of innocent victims. Not innocent victims to the point of they didn't do crime, but innocent people who didn't deserve to die. This is what you call the massacre, the Abu Salim massacre that happened, in which these people, these prisoners, were fighting for simple things. The way the food that they brought to them, the water, the conditions that they were in. What Qaddafi said was, okay, we're going to put all y'all in one place. And what he did was he gave orders to kill every one of them. Just shoot, just kill. That day, they say between 1,200 and 1,600 people died. For no reason. In the middle, it's the Berlin bombing. That's a club, a nightclub. Imagine you partying in the club today. Just dancing, having fun. And in a blink of an eye, your whole life is gone. That's what happened that night. It was a bomb underneath the DJ booth, a table close to the DJ booth, that one of Qaddafi's people put underneath there. It was one of his spies that they said that had something to do with it. He worked inside of the embassy in Berlin for Libya. I'm sorry. That day, over 200 people were injured. On these two right here, the bottom two, those are planes. Now I remind you, that's not the same picture, and that's not the same activity, the event. Those are two separate occasions that happened. The Qaddafi bombing over in the left corner happened on December the 21st, 1988. 243 passengers were killed, 16 crew members died, and also 11 just bystanders who were in the city of Laqab died as well because of the plane, the walls and everything falling from the sky of the plane. Injured 11 people just walking. Didn't know they were going to die. This one right here, the UTA flight 772 bombing. That happened on September the 19th, 1989. Over 270 people died on this flight as well. So these are just simple activities, not simple activities, I'm sorry, but attacks that he has financed that he has ordered to take upon himself. This is his responsibilities. He should be paid. He should be brought to justice for these things. The next thing we'll talk about is his newly created monster, his son. One of his sons. The guy is just like his dad. Just like him. His nickname, Hannibal. That should tell you something right there. In 2005, Qaddafi's son Hannibal was arrested for punching his wife. Oh, he has a long history of beating his wife and beating women. The charges were dropped. No one pressed charges in the 2005 incident. Just to let you know a little background, in 2004, he was also in a high-speed police chase in Paris. He was driving drunk, driving on the wrong side of the street. They arrested him, but then he was protected by diplomatic immunity, so they released him. In 2008, he was arrested for beating up servants in a hotel. And this was in Switzerland. They arrested him, kept him there for a while. Qaddafi, his father, ended up retaliating. Took all the money from the banks, took all the business away, and they actually let him go because of that. On Christmas 2009, that's right before the pictures on here. We're gonna talk about the pictures on there as well. Christmas 2009, he beat his wife again and broke her nose. Was he arrested for it? No. Not at all. And this is his son. This is not even Qaddafi. We're talking about his whole family history. These are his kids. This is what he's teaching his kids. He's creating another monster as well. The picture surrounding him, that's him in the middle, and that's also him on the right corner, on the right top corner. But that's Beyonce and Jay-Z. That's Beyonce at the bottom. Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Usher are at the bottom right corner.
Usher?
And Usher. And that's just to name a few. I can keep on going. Bon Jovi, George Michael, Lindsay Lohan, BET's CEO, Bob Johnson. They all came to his New Year's Eve party. They knew about him. He's powerful. It's all about money. It's all about money. He paid Beyonce approximately $2 million for hours of work, for 1 hour of work. $2 million. Now, a lot of us have heard all the speculations about Beyonce and how she shouldn't have done it and things like that. But just a couple of years later, Mariah Carey did the same thing for $1 million. So money talks. That's just to name a few of the people who was here. That's evidence. They got Usher right there at the bottom. These people know what's going on. But money rules everything. It controls everything. It goes back to the power we were talking about. The next slide. Qaddafi's new image. He's trying to change his image. He wants everybody to think he's all cool and he's peace and things like that. But we need to stop and think about the things that he's done in the past. On the top left corner, this is Qaddafi at the United Nations. They didn't want him to speak at all. But he got up there, was scheduled to speak for 15 minutes. The guy spoke for an hour and a half. 1 hour and 30 minutes plus. About what? About the swine flu. About JFK assassination. This is the United Nations. He was supposed to speak about foreign relations. But he can't speak for anything. He can't say anything about foreign relations because of his past actions. His actions speak for themselves. President Obama. A lot of people criticize President Obama for letting him speak at the United Nations. That's one situation they didn't really emphasize on, I guess because he's the president, things like that, his opinion of things. But that's a little about